Mr. Johnson, how are you?
Mhm. All right. Well, for those who have been under a rock, well, after the Lynx had to bow out to the Mercury in the WNBA semifinals in Phoenix, one Napheesa Collier, who is part of the WNBA union leadership, decided the very next day in her exit interview to get up on the podium and do a 6.5 minute prepared statement in focusing on the ills of the WNBA leadership. In fact, in that exit interview, which is about a week ago, she accused the league commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, of being, quote, negligent, close quote, in her governance. Now, uh, Nafisa, or as the league affectionately calls her, Fee, said that the league failed to sufficiently address issues with officiating. And for those who are unaware, her coach, Kathy, uh, you know,
Sarah Reeves.
thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. I couldn't think. I was to see, but I couldn't think of the right name. Cheryl Reeve went off in a post game about the horrible officiating
And got suspended for game
and got
4.
suspended for game four. And unfortunately, that same game, one Miss Collier had to miss game four because she got injured in that game with a call that probably should have been made but wasn't.
Oh, it
Also,
definitely should be made.
mhm, along with issues with officiating, compensation for players, and the state of the overall product itself. Now, Fee also alleged that Engelbert told her in a private conversation that the Golden Goose, Kaylin Clark, the guard for the Fever, and other young standouts like Angel Reese, like Paige Beckers, she said that the commissioner stated that they, quote, should be on their knees, close quote, in
I would like
gratitude
to
for the
know.
platform the league has given them. Yes, cool.
I would like to know what they should have been doing on their knees.
Are you talking? You mean this one right here?
Oh, yes. Now, let me get to that. And you led me beautifully to that. So, there was a private conversation that Nafisa and Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WBA, had. And this was around earlier in the year. And I still can't believe this was actually vocalized. But yes, Miss Engelbert said to Miss Collier, quote, Caitlin should be grateful she makes 16 million off the court. Without the platform that the WBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Close quote.
Okay, now I must interject.
And before you interject, in that same conversation, and this is actually what Fee said too, quote, and in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. Close quote. Yes, playmaker.
You mean this right here?
The very first around the hardwood story that you covered. Yes, sir. Yes.
So let me interject here, because let me
Notice you.
supposed to.
Notice she said I.
I'm gonna get to that. I want to get to the. I want to get to the
Get
Caitlin
on
Clark
your
part of it
knees.
first. I want to get to the Caitlin Clark part because
Mhm.
she was already making millions before she even
Years
stepped
before.
foot. 2 years before she even stepped foot or considered a WNBA, she was making millions while she was in Iowa.
Yeah, not even an elite program for women's basketball.
That's irrelevant. I did this for her.
Right, cool.
I see
Right.
what you did. I see what you did there. So this right here is that it makes no sense whatsoever. Okay. Now Cole Johnson can't continue on, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. For somebody of Napheesa Collier's status, just doesn't come out of nowhere and throw this out in the public for no reason whatsoever.
No. Agreed. She does not.
So whatever was said in private didn't get the result that she was looking for. She tried it the nice way. She tried it the
Diplomatic way.
The diplomatic way. That didn't work. So she said, you know what? Let's go to the public. Because it seems like when you go to the public, things like to change all of a sudden.
Yeah, things seem to change quickly.
Sometimes you gotta do it for the ladies. Sometimes you gotta do it for the hood. Hey.
Now, there's one thing that Coach Johnson didn't get to yet, but if he can read this one, because this is probably one of the most damning ones that she said.
Yes. Now, in this 6.5 minute exit interview where basically we saw one Miss Collier perform the WNBA's version of Ether. Old school hip hop fans know exactly what I'm talking about when I mention that. Part of also what she said was the following that you see right there. Quote, I still can't believe this was stated. But Collier said, we have the best fans in the world, the best players in the world, but the worst leadership in the world. Close quote. Now, she went on to say along those lines, quote, if I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way, but unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown that they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports, but I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level. Close quote. Now, the commissioner didn't sit by idly. She heard those remarks, and in a response, one Miss Engelbert said that she has the quote utmost respect close quote for Fee, but she felt quote disheartened close quote by how her conversation went and how it was characterized. Now, the commissioner released a statement and she said, quote, my focus remains on ensuring a bright future for the players and the WNBA, including collaborating on how we continue to elevate the game. I am disheartened by how Napheesa characterized our conversations and league leadership, but even when our perspectives differ, my commitment to the players and to this work will not waver. Close quote.
And look for me. Stephen A. Smith came out and said, weak ass statement. Literally. And he said it about 4 times.
And we know if Stephen A. Smith said it, then Playmaker believes it.
Oh, wow. Why are you like this with him? That's cold.
I don't know. It came out before I could stop it. I apologize. Please carry on.
But basically, if you did not hear my wonderful brother cough, he said, Miss Engelbert, you straight line.
Straight.
Not straight, you straight line.
And line like line on the floor, not line like L-Y, like L-I-E. You line.
So she came out with this statement that was characterized as a weak ass statement from Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And then guess who got heard of that statement and decided to talk about it after game 1? What do you call her, Cool McCain?
That is her.
Her. Capital H, capital E, capital R.
Yes.
And yes, just like the recording artist, A.J. Wilson is her too. And the strong voice that A.J. Wilson does lend to this wonderful platform. She said, as you said, after game 1 of the WNBA Finals, post-game press conference, quote, I was honestly disgusted by the comments that Cathy made. I'm going to ride with Fee. We got to continue to stand on business. Close quote. And the beautiful part about this has been the players showing support for one Miss Collier.
Asia, Sophie Cunningham. I believe Lexi Hall came out and
And
said
I was just
something.
about to go with her. The alternative player rep for the Fever, Lexi Hull, she actually said the statement as follows, quote, I think I agree with everything Fee said. We are at a really important time in the league and changes need to be made. And so you're seeing her talk about that and really proud of her for making that statement today. Close quote. I mean, it's just beautiful to see the representation for the players. Now, I basically said, and I said on this platform, when I saw the number, when I saw the percentage point for how much these players make for the total revenue of the league, I said, this we can whine about the NBA needs to make it rain in the club on the WNBA. We could say the ownership needs to pour more money into the game. But I'm like, nothing will happen until these ladies stand up for themselves and say, we need to make a change. And they collectively, with one huge, loud voice, say the change needs to be made because this is ridiculous. We need more. We need better representation. We need better understanding of what the product is. We need for you all to understand that we bring more to the table than just looking cute on the basketball court showing skills. And everything needs to change, including making more money for the product. And you are earning more than 9/10 of what we put forth.
I'm actually glad I kept this because I thought I had deleted it, and I was like, "Oh no, I still got it." This is the current numbers of salaries in the WNBA.
It's just ridiculous that when you have the platform that these ladies have, and we could proudly say, well, yeah, it's been in effect almost 3 decades. When you have this platform and you see how utterly disrespected they are. And yeah, you could say, well, the league isn't making money like the NBA. Well, you understand the NBA was probably worse financially when they were getting around the 29th and 30th year of their existence. I mean, it was to the point where we didn't see anything, and I mean anything of growth in the NBA until Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were in their primes. And that would be basically when the NBA was in year 30, 37, 38, and 39. Because unlike the NBA didn't even the NBA had to tape delay their finals. You wouldn't be able to see a finals game until it was 11:30 p.m. on the East Coast. Yeah, yeah. When it was Johnny Carson or now Jimmy Fallon. When you saw Jimmy Fallon, CBS put forth the NBA Finals. Playoffs too, but the NBA Finals. The league was this close to filing for bankruptcy. Now, for the WNBA, that has not happened, thankfully for them. But before people pop off in the mouth and say, well, they have the attack advertisers. They ain't making money on the NBA because they don't have the exciting product that the NBA has. Well, the NBA had an exciting product back in the 1970s, but people were crapping on it right and left too. I don't know why. But before people will have that type of criticism, you need to have that understanding that the NBA was losing money right and left too for almost 30 years, almost 35 years. So it's ridiculous that you have in 2025 your first contract that you sign, you don't even make $100,000. The Asia Wilsons, the Napheesa Colliers of the game, and probably the Alyssa Thomases of the game. The most they can make is $250,000. That's the most they can make. Oh, and next year they'll make just a little over, possibly $250,000. And you wonder why these
If there is
players,
a next year.
right now you wonder why these players go overseas and they play, because they actually make, if they some of these players, they make 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 times as much as this.
If I could slide in
Go
real
ahead, go
quick
ahead,
here,
Cole. Go ahead, Cole.
I just want to say one of the reasons why Napheesa Collier was the one to come out is because a new alternative was put in place by her and Brianna Stewart, called the Unrivaled Basketball League. This
And
is a
she did
league
mention
that
it.
she helped run.
Hmm.
So she understands how a league is supposed to be run now that she didn't understand 2, 3 years ago. So she has that understanding. She has that knowledge. She has that base to say, you're garbage. And I know that you're garbage because I run a league where we can pay players better per game than you can. That was a brand new league.
Very brand new league.
Yeah. So now you're seeing, oh, as Napheesa Collier, you're seeing, wait a minute, this is what's going on financial wise, all this stuff. But in Unrivaled, we're able to pay people. We're able to do what we need to do. We help these ladies not have to go overseas and be in situations like Brittany Griner ended up in. We're helping players not have to do that, right? So now that I
Wow.
have a business understanding of how running a league works, now I know what I've always probably felt. You're garbage. And the problem with the WNBA leadership is they need people there who have played the game. Business is fine, but you also have to have people who have played because they have a different understanding.
And here's
Correct
the
me if
thing.
I'm wrong. The WNBA office is at least 90 to 95% people who've never touched the basketball past high school.
If they
I'm
touched it
sure
at
a
all.
couple of them played in high school and JV, middle school, but no college or professional players there.
And
So
here's the thing.
Right.
When Brianna Stewart and Afisa Kai brought Unrivaled alive, it wasn't even to be against the WNBA. It was a way so the WNBA players don't have to go overseas,
Yeah.
especially what happened to Brittany Griner over in Russia.
Hmm.
So if you really want to know how Unrivaled started, it's the whole thing that happened with Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
How
And
can
why?
we keep our players from going overseas and possibly getting in a situation where Brittany Griner got into, so they can make sure they get to the WNBA season?
And why is this necessary? Because we don't even make $250,000, and that is the best of us. And so, yeah, and that was my argument. I'm like, okay, it's going to get to the point where the ladies are going to need to either say, look, I may have to eschew playing the WBA, and we just go play overseas, period. Which that is what they did before the WBA formed, or we're going to have to, like you said, create a league that is not a competitor or a rival to WNBA, but it's a supplement to the league. And it's going to continue to be that way until the WNBA decides to not actually treat these players as if they're chattel. But that's just how it is.
Now, Cathy Engelbert did hold a press conference
Yeah, she
before
held a
game
press
one.
conference before game one on Friday. Yes.
So you mean, Cathy, I watched that press conference. I watched it
Unfortunately, I did too.
intently. I wanted to hear what you was gonna say.
Unfortunately, I saw it too.
it was some bull crap.
It took you until Malika Andrews brought the name Caitlin Clark for you to say I did not say that.
Anything. Yeah. See, for you to say anything of that nature.
So now it's like, okay, something was said down in Miami. And I think you was stunned that Napheesa Collier brought it to the light.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't have took you, if my memory serves me, it shouldn't have took you what 10 to 15 minutes to finally say you didn't say something in a 23-minute press conference that you did. There was some inaccuracies in that statement, is what you were saying.
Inaccuracies. I'm glad
What
you
pray
mentioned
tell
that
were
word.
those inaccuracies?
Yes. What were those inaccuracies? Yes, that's
Pray
the
tell.
one. Yes, that's the one thing I want to know. What were the inaccuracies that Napheesa Collier mischaracterized in the conversations that you had with her earlier this year, Miss Engelbert?
And this is one thing because I was going around and I listened to Scott Van Pelt. He said there's never been someone that can take down commissioner so calmly and have the support of everybody and no opposition whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Not one player.
Has said opposite. I'm glad you actually said that because that's what I wanted to bring next. So the WNPBA, which if you don't know, that's the union, they released a statement in saying the following, quote, Napheesa Collier is an outstanding leader and officer of this union. When Fee speaks, people listen. We are confident that her words today speak to the feelings and experiences of many, if not most or all of our members. The leaders of this league and its teams would benefit from listening to her powerful statement. The players know their value, even if the league does not. They are fighting for their legacy and the future of basketball. Close quote. You had Fever's head coach, Stephanie White, a former NBA player herself and a longtime coach in the league, say the following herself, quote, I have a lot of respect for Fee, and I'm thankful that we have strong women that are willing to say the things that matter and say the things that will move the needle for change. Close quote. Oh, Paige Beckers, whom Collier mentioned as one of the young revenue drivers in the league in the comments, posted an Instagram story featuring a photo of her with Collier and the caption saying, quote, Queen Fee, close quote, in an apparent show of support. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese, she posted on X, quote, 10 of 10, no notes, exclamation point, close quote. Oh, how about the WNBPA president, Neko Wimike? She actually said in the post, quote, 1, 2, 3, 4 exclamation points. Time is ticking and Fee speaks for me. Close quote. Oh, how about the Spark standout, De'Erica Hamby? She said on X, quote, at Feast as Feces Species. Thank you for your bravery with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 exclamation points. Close quote. Oh, how about two-time MVP Ella Deladon? She posted about Collier in her Instagram story. She added, quote, it's the care for the human part for me. I'm still not sure if Cathy knows I retired. Heard from everyone but her. Close quote.
Well, yeah,
What was that name that you said?
Elena Deladon. She's
Elena
Former,
Deladon,
MVP
former
for a reason
two-time
too.
MVP Elena Deladon.
Yeah,
a
they had
WNBA champion, right?
Any WNBA champion, yes.
Two-time league MVP, which means people know about Miss Deladon,
Yeah. So the name carries a lot of weight. Yes.
who stepped away 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. The very same.
And she said, what?
Quote, it's the care for the human part for me. I'm still not sure if Cathy knows I retired.
That sentence right there.
Heard from everyone but her. Close quote.
How are you the commissioner and one of the top players, one of the top
In the
25
league.
players, one of the top 25 players in the
Ever.
league,
Ever. Yeah.
can come out and say that you don't even know if she retired. The three of us knew she retired, because that's when we sat here and said, well, Watson gonna be down for some
Yeah.
years.
And that's going to be the reason why they're going to take a downward spiral because they won't have her. You're right.
Yeah, the three of us know that, and we don't even run anything basketball wise. There's no in the
No.
world a
But this goes
commissioner
back to
should
what I
be said
said.
about that.
Go
You
ahead,
got
go
an
ahead,
office
Cole.
full of people who don't understand the game. They
At all.
understand the business side, but they don't understand the game. Calling people, reaching out to people. Hey, Elena, you know, hate that you're gone, but we'll miss you. We'll try to plan something for you with the team, to get you some love and appreciation that you deserve and all those things. But when you don't have the sports understanding part and you're running a league,
Yeah, you're running a whole entire league.
this is why the players are all like, yeah, Fee got it.
And here's the crazy thing: they had when it was doing NBA countdown before. I believe I forgot was it before it was before one of the games, and it was talking to Asia Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Asia sent here and said, "I haven't heard because I'm getting ready for the game, so what?" But this is what she said: "Quote, no one fee," and she gave that look, and I said, "Oh, so they already know." They
Yeah,
don't
they
even have
didn't
to
talk
talk to each
about
other.
it.
They already know.
Yeah, they didn't talk. They just ain't came out with nothing yet. He
Mm-hmm.
said, "Girl, let me tell you what she said. Don't say nothing, but let girl."
Mm-hmm.
I said, your top two players
Yeah.
in your league.
Your number 1 and 2 players are in sync with each other. Yeah. And against you.
And then the aforementioned Golden Goose was asked about what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she basically said, quote, yeah, Fee made some valid points. Close quote. And I'm like, oh wow. I mean, it's just I mean, just the mountain of condemnation that is falling on the head of one Cathy Engelbert is absolutely breathtaking to watch. I mean,
It's very entertaining too.
it's extremely entertaining because you're watching a. So for those who don't know, these two fellas do. I used to do a sports show called Cold Sports, and there was a segment, and Miss Engelbert would have been a candidate of this, where I would pick out somebody who seems to say one thing and seems to ignore everything else, like she has, or he, in this case, she has no ability to read the room. And I would actually call that person tone deaf.
So I went ahead and looked
We
this
need
up
Cold
because
Sports back too.
this is back. What? Let me see. What's the date on this? We going back to pretty much 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, exactly 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Per Miss Ogumake, who we the all three of us love so much.
Mm-hmm.
The WNBA latest offer to its players, while dramatically increasing the salary cap and maximum base salary, which a lead source just could quadruple to at least 1 million from their current $249,244.
Ceiling.
Follow the same model as the current CBA.
Uh-oh. That don't sound good though.
And this is when everybody's like, oh, the players they rejected a 400% increase. And this is when Cole, I don't know if you remember, this is when I came on here and I said, y'all do realize they signed a $2 billion media deal, right? That raise ain't even 1% of that.
Let me tell y'all a little secret. Well, not a little secret, but a little sidebar. Let's say that it is very advantageous for the players and the Players Association that Napheesa Collier came out with scathing remarks
Mm-hmm.
about the commissioner while in negotiations for a new deal. And you have all the players saying, rock with feet.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to think about this. The hold on. You said you did say that Cathy Engelbert was the one who got that deal, right? You did
No,
say
no, no.
correct.
Kathy Engelbert was the one. Kathy Engelbert herself was the one who said
Yeah,
she got
Kathy's
that deal. Yes.
she's saying me, me,
Hmm.
me, me, me.
They should get on their they should be thinking their lucky stars, getting on their knees and thanking me for the deal that I got them, for the media's rights deal that I got.
This is the quote right here, right? Right.
Yeah.
This is the quote right here.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Quote: Players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal I got them.
But we're talking about a raise to $1 million up their current
Of of
salary,
of the maximum they can get is 250,000 at current.
and the same model as the current CBA. With that current CBA is what 9.3. No, no, trust me, that number is sketched in
Nine
my
point.
memory
That is
for like forever.
ridiculous. The players and the total revenue of the WNBA earn 9.3% of the whole pie. I mean, how much BS sense does that make?
That's
And
the
how
current.
and how, yeah, that's the current. And how could this commissioner with a straight face say that we're doing everything we can to for our players and for the league to grow it? And you're
And
basically
then
going on the players.
and then you want to raise it to at least 8 million when you
That's
just signed a 2 billion media deal. 2 billion.
See, this is where you get it. This is where the world gets a chance to look at how power players look at those they think are pawns, roaches, rats, and scum. And unfortunately, one Miss Engelbert represents the ownership. Now,
Oh, and
if
which parts me to my last slide. Guess what came out? Was it today? I believe.
oh yes, I'm
Yeah,
glad
two
you
days
mentioned that
ago.
because I was going to go to that. Yes. So after that press conference, Miss Collier heard what Miss Engelbert had to say. And in that press conference, one of the things that Miss Engelbert said was that the two of them were going to meet somehow, some way, in person, over telephone, or via Zoom or Skype, but some way next week they were going to, or this week they were going to meet and talk. Well, Collier said that she canceled her meeting with Miss Engelbert. And yes, it was last week when that was announced. She actually put forth that Saturday. Now, Fee said that she previously texted Engelbert, said that she was open to meeting with her this week to discuss the criticism of Engelbert and the league at the press conference that she did in her exit interview this past Tuesday. But the assertion that the WNBA commissioner laid in front of us at Friday's press conference was reason enough for Collier to be like, I don't think so, because
You be
Collier's
lying.
depiction, yeah, Collier's depiction of a private conversation between them, as Engelbert said, was filled with inaccuracies. And now, Miss Collier's words has, quote, pretty much pushed the relationship beyond repair, close quote. Now, a least spokesperson has mentioned this to ESPN that Fee had not notified Engelbert yet that she was canceling the meeting. Now, in that
Here's
press in that press conference on Friday, she vehemently denied that she basically said that Kaylin and other standouts should be on their knees thanking her for the league media rights deal and all of what the platform has given them.
Get on your knees.
here's what I love.
Mm.
So the
Oh,
big three.
wait, before you go. So this was what she actually said in that press conference, Engelbert. Quote, there's a lot of inaccuracy out there through social media and in all of this reporting. I highly respect the players. There is a lot of emotion and passion going on right now between collective bargaining. and I am obviously disheartened. Close quote. Go ahead, playmaker.
And see, this is what I love. See, because they had the big three go to the press conference, and then they came back for Adria Carter and Chanel Gumike to both look at you, and they come out with more questions than they have answers.
That's worse. That's worse right there. In her position, a press conference is supposed to clear up anything that is murky or controversial or in doubt. But we
My
walked
question
out
is
of,
this:
but we walked out of there like you said with Andrea and Shanae. I got more questions to ask that woman than answers after that press conference than before. Sad.
Well, that's what happens
like
when people who understand the game of basketball are there asking you questions. You don't
now,
have a
here,
PR team to help you because, again, you don't have people ready to understand the game. It's just business.
here's my thing. Go back to the question my two brothers asked. What was inaccurate about your conversation down in Miami? Because either you said it or you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. What are these inaccuracies that you
She didn't
said?
say she didn't say get on her knees and bow to me. She just said they need to bow to me. I just said they need to bow to me. I didn't say anything about them get on their knees.
Right.
Now you have to get on your knees to bow. So
Right.
inference. But yeah,
Right.
like that.
Yeah. There is. This is something that has not been talked about, but it has actually we've actually skirted on it, all three of us. There is this air of superiority, and you sense it and you see it from Engelbert. There is this air of superiority, and I'll even put it along these lines. Although some of the players are white, but let's be honest. It's like when you see some white people culturally appropriate. they will, the powers that be will look at them as black. And so I really do believe you're seeing a dynamic of, well, we white upper crust individuals look at you black peons as nothing. And that's why you barely deserve for a maximum to get $1 million.
You people don't even deserve $1 million.
Yeah, we're doing this out of the benevolence of our heart, out of the kindness of our heart. We are saying the best of the best can earn $1 million in a year,
Which is crazy because Caitlin Clark comes in, you have a whole new audience coming in out of nowhere.
thanks to her.
Viewership is even when she did get injured, viewership was still up this year, and it's like, what are we doing?
No,
In the league office,
and she's getting a stipend from basically she's getting so much as a stipend really from the WNBA.
No, playmaker. Those people would not be paying attention to Caitlin Clark if she was not in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark needs to personally get on her knees and thank Cathy Engelbert. According to Cathy Engelbert.
According to her, yeah.
I'm like, come on. And by the way, I'm gonna throw this little nugget out there just in case y'all didn't know. Kuma Ken, who they call Miss Meebound? Who was Miss Meebound in the WNBA?
Who?
Meebound.
Oh, Miss Meebound? Oh, that's my girl, Angel.
Not Meebound.
Because
not Rebound, but Meebound. That's cool.
No, that's Meebound. And you know the funny thing is because she was part of that whole statement when Napheesa Collier said Caitlin Clark injuries and Paige
Beckers.
She had to sit in the shoe out. And guess what? From different reports that I read, just to make sure that it was all good, them things showed out in minutes. Is that because of you, Cathy Engelbert, or that's because?
Yes, that's because of Cathy Engelbert. That's what Cathy is saying.
Because remember, she did say they should be on their knees, thanking and looking stars for the platform that we laid out and the media rights deal that I got them. Yes.
They should get on their knees. On their knees for me.
Give me the James Brand treatment on your knees.
But the three of us know it's all Angel Reese and that one because Angel Reese.
Thank me, heifers. Thank me.
Because Angel Reese was the one who decided to take a what's the term I'm looking for? to take a negative and turn it into a positive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to call me knee-bound? I'm gonna take that trademark and I'm gonna make money off of it. Then on top of that, I'm gonna come out with a signature shoe, and then it's gone in minutes.
She should have called them the Me Bound Ones.
Yeah.
And you know
So
the funny
yeah,
thing is,
so she can have an
and
annual
you know
line.
the funny
I agree
thing
with you.
is,
Yes.
her shoes are Reebok shoes.
Mm-hmm.
When the last time you heard about Reebok?
Probably
When
AI.
Shaq and AI took over,
Yeah. I'm about to say yeah, AI. And yeah, and exactly when Shaq and AI
hey,
actually
Shaq and
took over
AI,
the shoes.
bring
Yeah.
back pumps. Thank you.
But in terms of a player just putting out product for Reebok, Iverson.
AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Angel Reese right there.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Oh,
Nike,
oh,
Nike
oh,
got Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson.
I will say this, and this is something that it pisses me off that this gets glossed over because they think of Angel as this ghetto chick. She's one of the she's one of the most fertile marketing minds I've ever seen from any player, college or pro. I mean, I'm like, this woman takes anything and makes money out of it. I mean, all you got to do is salute her.
she
Like,
makes sugar from.
whew. Right, right.
But to Coop and King's
But that
point,
don't get mentioned.
it's all
And that
Kathy.
gets
It's
disrespected.
it's,
Yeah,
it's all Kathy.
yeah,
I don't know what we're having this conversation for. Kathy has told y'all
that's right.
that without her league and her, none of this would be happening.
That's right. Lick my
Let's,
boots,
let's,
heifers.
but what's crazy is I want y'all to remember Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and a multitude of players from this past draft.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know
not
what?
just
I'm gonna
Pittsburgh.
stay in college this other year. It's because I can make more in college than I can in the WNBA.
And you know,
The reason why Olivia Miles wasn't part of the draft and
She
decided to go
make
to
more money
TCU.
in college.
yeah, and you know what's making it more condemning? And yeah, it's more lucrative if you actually can make the bread in college, obviously.
Oh, the reason why Fly J Johnson is still at LSU.
Oh, and don't forget, I want to say this: things go like they're going. Juju ain't gonna be worried about the money.
No, and that's exactly where I was gonna
She ain't
go.
gonna need the money because her boo got money.
Yeah, Hubu got money, and she could be making money on her own self too. So these college players, Juju being the biggest one, they're seeing this right there, and I know they're thinking, well, okay, well
I'm
if
paying the
in
college
a
every year I can.
yeah, so in a so let me see, a contract where I only get at most no, she wouldn't get at most a million. She probably get at most if they raised it up to $1 million for max. A contract that I signed, if I'm lucky, I may get 100,000, if that, or heck, I can make 100,000 in a week. What do you think they're gonna choose? What do you think they're gonna choose? And then on top of it, you see the representation of the ownership group basically making the players look as though they're weak, they're stupid, they're powerless, and they basically should owe every part of their existence of being a basketball player in the United States to them. Otherwise, they'd be broke, they'd be penniless, and they'd have to travel overseas to get the money that they so richly deserve. But the platform here in the United States, it's wonderful. It's milk and honey. Although you may get bad milk and horrible honey, but it's still milk and honey all the same.
Oh, at first I thought you were talking about Unrivaled. My bad.
And enter now Unrivaled, where you might start to see these beautiful segue. Cool. You will probably start to see these college players actually leverage being in the WNBA, be like, yeah, I'm available for the WNBA draft, but then play for Unrivaled and not playing the WNBA at all.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, because if one Miss Engelbert still wants to have this high horse and think that the WNBA is the ultimate platform for women's professional basketball, you're going to have something like Unrivaled get you off your behind and yet high horse, get off that ivory tower, walk down to the people, and realize, oh, we need to come off of some real bread and we need to respect the people who actually make us the money and compensate them properly.
You know what make it worse for Miss Engelbert? Yeah, we know Napheesa Collier and Brianna Stewart came up with this idea. Guess who's the CEO of it? That would be Collier's husband.
Yeah, Kylie's husband is
Yeah,
the
husbands. Yeah,
yeah.
her husband is. Yeah,
Yeah.
And in her statement, she
she mentioned him.
detailed what he does
Yeah, she mentioned him
as the
not by
president.
yeah not by name, but she mentioned him by title. Yeah.
Mhm.
How he makes phone calls to every player.
Well, that goes right back to what Deladon said about how Engelbert doesn't have the human touch to the players. That's a direct shot to that, and it further gets you to understand that Engelbert has this feel of, well, I'm for the players, but no, you're not. You're for your bosses.
She got an
And
MJF.
here's the funny thing is, you are under Adam Silver. You ain't take nothing that Adam Silver does.
Oh no, she took the rights deal, but she says it's hers. Remember?
Because Adam Silver is like a player's commissioner on the NBA side.
Maybe she thinks he's weak.
She might.
Kowtowing the players.
She might.
But yet the players ain't calling him out.
They have no reason to.
No, they don't. They're making money hand over fist.
He's a
The
player.
the owners ain't put him in a bad position.
No, because they're making money hand over fist too. Which that is what the commission is supposed to do. The commission is supposed to, yes, represent the ownership group, but it's supposed to make it feasible for the players to do their job and not have to worry about, well, is the officiating going to be sorry? Am I making the money commensurate to the talent that I have? Um, is it possible that I have these certain unalienable rights of being a player and it's not going to be looked at by the ownership? The commission is supposed to look out for both entities, and it's not a conflict of interest either.
But yeah, you're under Adam Silver because without Adam Silver, you don't even have that deal
At all.
There's no new media deal without the NBA.
There could be one with TNT. I digress.
So you may digress, but there's a lot of truth to that, and you know it.
So if the three of us, we do want a WNBA season in 2026, by the way, because you got two more teams coming.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I'm about to say that, and the league needs to have that happen because of you got two new teams coming.
Silly rabbits.
We need to get Cathy Engelbert up out of here.
Well, I mean, I think that is where we might have to head. And the issue that I have overall,
the CBA deal ends in Halloween.
Right. I'm about to say we have
Really extended, like
3.5 we have 3.5 weeks before the current deal is over. Now they won't be playing until the spring.
Yeah, they'll extend like January like they did before.
So more than likely this will probably get done probably later in the fall, sometime in the winter. But I get the feeling we are going in the realm of having the players force the ownership group's arm to get old Engelbert out the paint and get a new commissioner in place that actually understands their positioning and actually treats them as the human beings they are and actually treats them as the business partners that they should be treated like. Because I think that is where we're headed. I think they're headed to, we're not going to, this is what I believe. I think we're about to see the WNBPA say to the ownership group, we ain't signing jack until that heifer's out as commissioner. Get a new commissioner in. We'll see a good deal because I think we'll get a better deal than what she's proposing. And we'll probably be more apt to sign. Otherwise, we're not doing a thing until she's gone. I believe that's where we're headed. And I can't fault them for heading there.
Not at all.
All right. I think we can wrap it up right here.
Yeah.
Because according to my two brothers, we got possibly 3 games left in the 2025 season.
Pretty much.
After that, it's just when we're going to get a new CBA deal done so we can get 2026 underway. Because you have the Portland Fire coming and the Toronto Tempo.
All I'm gonna say is, Cathy Engelbert, you have put yourself in a very bad position. Like Cole just said, if they decide we ain't gonna deal with you, and we're not gonna sign anything until you're out of there, you out of there.
Yeah.
Because even though you don't believe it, your players have a strong voice when they unify against you.
Yep.
And like I said earlier, I ain't hearing one opposition of the players yet.
Now, this is what Miss Engelbert is hoping for. She is hoping for a weak union and weak representation like the NFL, for example. So when the NFL asked, all right, we'll put it to the players, and this came in Goodell's voice, we'll put it to the players. Should we add a 17th game to the schedule? Yes or no? So we'll put it to the NBP, we'll put it to NFLPA, and you all vote on it. So there's about 2,000 members. If I'm not mistaken, no, sorry, there's about 4,000 members. I'm sorry. So they put it to them. About 950 said no. About 1,000 said yes. And you had it was 1,500. And you had another 500 not even vote at all.
Sound like the election to me.
Right. Engelbert thinks that the WNPA is as weak of a union as the NFLPA is. And because of that, it doesn't matter. That whatever they do is what they do. I have a job. I'm representing the owners well, and I have the heart of the players, or so I think. But cool, you said it best. If the players are all unified, they're all one voice, and all those women say we ain't moving until that heifer's gone, that's it for her.
And to be honest with you want me to tell you how I know you lost the players, Cathy? Because out of all the people, Fee was the one that came out and spoke against you.
That's where she got lost.
If it was Nneka Ogwumike, if it was Asia Wilson, we know they come out, they say whatever they need to be said.
Mm-hmm.
For Fee to be the one to come out and say it,
that's
when you know you got a problem.
That's the nail in the coffin for her. Yeah. And she didn't say it hostile, and she didn't say it emotionally. She with poise, like she was looking at a free throw attempt, and she had nerves of steel. She delivered an ether message to her. And I'm proud of her doing it. I'm proud of Fee for actually putting forth what I've been hoping for, because when I saw that those players were only making 9% of the whole total revenue, I'm like, I said, these girls need to rise up. They need to stand up as one voice and say, no, we ain't taking this, because we're worth a whole lot more than this, and you know it, and you need to come off of some more.